What's up, everybody? This is the Anime Squad Podcast, episode 53. My name is Robbie.
And this is Omar.
And this is David.
And starting from this week, we actually have a new member joining our crew. Josh, introduce yourself.
Hey everyone, I'm Josh. I'm joining this week, as Robbie just mentioned, and I'm really excited to be here. I've been an anime fan for since 2015. And I met these guys 2 years ago when I went to Anime Expo, and we've been friends. And so yeah, I'm here now because I wanted to be part of the community. And you know, I've never been a part of a podcast before. I was part of a radio show when I was in college, but this is like a new experience for me.
No biggie, man. No biggie. You'll fit in just fine.
Yeah. So everyone say welcome to our new member, and we welcome Josh, and hopefully this new season brings us a lot of good memories.
Yeah, no, same here.
Great memories.
And timing is also never perfect because, like Omar mentioned, we got a brand new season. We are here, spring 2021.
Yes, a lot of anime.
We're kind of behind.
This season. This season was a little weird. Like I was talking to David about it. Every like show started at a different time, so it was
so
it's kind of weird. And now there's like multiple episodes out for each thing.
Yeah.
So we are a little behind on certain anime, but like you guys already know the drill. As we watch more new anime and such, we're gradually going to be cutting off some anime, and this week is going to be no different. So eventually, once we have a sizable amount, we'll be able to catch up for you guys and such. Yeah.
All right, let's start this.
Let's get this show on the road.
Let's go, boys.
First anime we're going to be talking about is The Saint's Magic Power, episode 1.
Yes. And yeah, man, I mean, we got a little bit of reverse harem.
Yeah, we started off with a good old isekai anime that this one, a woman is transported into another world.
Oh, I've never seen this idea.
Well, I mean, we have, but it's kind of rare that it's a girl that gets transported. I mean, I guess we did watch Villainous.
They're doing it more often now than before. I remember Villainous. The Villainous anime, that was kind of the same general concept as not like definitely. I find this show to be more gentle, as I like to put it. It's a lot more soft, laid back. It's not like everyone's usually older in this one, and they're she's a researcher, and it's kind of more not as like intense. Like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna get the death end, as like Villainous was.
She wasn't chosen.
No.
Yeah.
Like she just stumbled upon being summoned with another woman, and she got, I guess, lucky that she wasn't chosen to part of the job.
Yeah, because like she doesn't have to worry about.
That was an interesting scene. He just kind of grabbed what he found to be the more attractive woman, and was like, "You're gonna be the main saint." She's like, "What the heck?"
I'm calling it right now though, because like we already kind of have an idea that this is, that our main girl, say she's getting pretty much her own reverse harem out of this. I'm pretty sure the prince is gonna end up joining that reverse harem.
Yeah, as much as I
he's gonna find out how strong she is, and he's gonna be like, "Oh, I can't believe how strong she is." That makes me she's so attractive now to me.
He's the wild pick, because he's gonna be like at first like she was ignored by him entirely. Like everybody else was like, "Oh no, we're sorry. We maybe we did need like two people here." Yeah. But it's like and then the prince was like, "Oh no, I already have the short hair girl. I don't need you."
Yeah, we only need one. We need two. But I like how like one character mentioned is like, "Oh damn. Why we have two? I guess the evil around us is that dire. We need two saints." So I was like, "Oh, okay, that's an interesting choice." But obviously she was like, "I don't want to do this job."
I didn't go home, but it was like, I'll take your hospitality. Why not?
Yeah, it's interesting also how it's either she didn't really tell any of the researchers that she was the saint, or they didn't realize how strong she was, because like when they found out, oh, she can make these like crazy potions that are really strong, they were kind of like shocked. And I was like, she's a saint that was summoned. Like, clearly she's gonna have a high level of magic, like she's from another world.
Yeah, I guess no one gave her the memo on that one.
Yeah, they the researchers were kind of like, oh, who's this lady?
It was like, we finally have a girl in our research department.
Yeah.
Sweet.
All the boys were like, what? A girl?
Yeah, exactly.
Hey, well, all more power to the girl though, right?
Yeah, breaking the glass ceiling on that one.
Yeah, she literally pulls that weight of that department, makes powerful potions and all that. And even like to a point, like at the end of the episode, that she saved a life. I was like, oh damn, and he gorgeous.
Yeah, yeah, and you know that guy's gonna be first man in charge of the harem.
Yeah, he's gonna be the captain to reel in all the other guys.
Jeez. But yeah,
one thing I also wanted to point out about this, that I wrote down in my notes about this was, there's very large time skips. I don't know if they're just trying to get the plot going and like establishing her place in the world, but like there was like a 3-week time skip and then a 3-month time skip, and I'm like, was there really nothing interesting that happened in those 3 months?
Yeah, I do kind of wish that anime stopped doing that with the whole like, oh, let's just randomly skip like 3-4 months, in the first episode. Like, I get it's supposed to establish like a quote unquote backstory to kind of keep the ball rolling as to kind of what's going on. But I think with a slow burner type anime like this, like it feels kind of off. That's like, hey, let's just move like 3 months.
Let's try to go with the first impressions, I guess.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Oh yeah, rating wise.
Yeah, rating wise.
Yeah. So I'm gonna cut through the chase. Based off of the first episode, I want to give this give my impressions, I guess, a solid 5 out of 10. It's a nice in the ground, in the middle type of anime. I feel like for me, it's just the reason why it's a few points below, like kind of like what I would have like rated like maybe 6 or 7, is because again, it's an isekai again, and it's like not the most original. The world and everything else isn't the most original. It's just like that hint of originality, which is, hey, instead of an adventurer, she's a researcher. Who knows? It might get a little better. So, but for now, I'm just leaving it in the nice middle 5 out of 10 for me.
Nice.
How about you, Omar?
I'm in the same boat with you, man. I felt the same way. Like the world was like very basic, like basic fantasy kind of setting it is, and I like Say. She's cool, and maybe she brings like more to it. Like 'cause she's very laid back. It is like a slow burner. And I want to see how this reverse harem goes, man. So yeah, also 5 out of 10 for me. Pretty middle.
Yeah, I'm in the same boat as the other guys. I didn't see enough to give it above like a dead on average score. I don't judge things like really early. It could surprise me, but so far I'm not like absolutely blown away.
Like I said, it's the first impression.
Yeah. First impressions are it's pretty middling so far. It's not awful, but not like whoa, that's amazing.
Yeah, nothing to brag about.
Yeah.
No, I feel you.
So I'm gonna end off with this like a 4. 4
Yeah.
for you? 4 for me. Yeah.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Okay.
So far. To make sure, this is one of a 3 episode.
We're doing the 3 episode thing for this anime.
Yeah, we'll see where it goes from here in this beautiful harem.
Yep.
And with that, we move on to the next anime. We have Slime. I'm gonna say the English one. I've been killing slimes for 300 years and maxed out my level. Episode 1.
And again, like the last anime, this one is also yet another isekai anime. But of course, as you
There's
guys,
a lot of these.
But as you guys have noticed with the title, it's about a office worker. Like, okay, so.
Oh yeah, we forgot to say the other one got isekai A ReZero?
She was transported, yeah.
It was kind
she
of
was,
like...
Yeah, she was summoned in
she
the
was
other
summoned
one.
in the other
This one...
She straight up croaks
she
from
died.
overworking.
Yeah,
she died of overwork.
It's just funny. I like that. I was like, okay.
Yeah, and then she gets teleported to an angel, kind of like with Konosuba.
They say it's a god.
Yeah.
They call her god.
She's God.
They kind of poke fun at it a little bit.
Oh, yeah, I thought it was funny, and like how God had his preference. Like, yeah, I like women more. But the title kind of says it itself. Like she gets reincarnated into this new fantasy world, and she's like, I don't want to work. Like fudge that.
I want
work too hard.
I want to take it easy. I just want to live my life in the farm. You know, I got my nice 17-year-old looking body. You know, I'm fine. I'm pretty much set.
Yeah, I'm immortal.
I can't die at all. And I'm just gonna kill slimes, get money, and make my bread and relax all my life, which sounds like a dream come true. I would love that life.
Yeah, and hey, we even get that time skip, but at least with this one, it's justified because it's literally
at least with this one, you can't show all 300 years, and plus, it was pretty obviously stated that she was just doing the same thing every day.
Yeah,
just really relaxing.
How you make that more interesting?
Yeah.
Let's do a time skip. No, but yeah, that's funny. Just how she came to that conclusion. It took her 300 years of grinding. But she got to 99, baby.
Because she was just killing extremely low-level slimes. She
messed up, man. She went into the guild by accident. No,
well, she needed money.
That's true. She needed money.
Man.
But that's also the reason why she ends up getting recruited or trying to get recruited by other.
Well, not really recruited, but more like she was challenged because like everybody and their mother now knows that she's like one of the most powerful like characters ever. So now it's like, okay, let's go challenge her. Let's see if she's the real deal. Yeah. So that way we can prove ourselves that we are indeed the best of the best.
Exactly. It was like we get like a bunch of adventures.
The dragon.
And
the dragon, which is funny because like when I saw the dragon, I actually didn't like. We didn't really look too deep into like some of the characters or whatever that gets introduced. So like when I saw this like we all saw this blind. So when Laika the dragon showed up, I thought it was just gonna be like a one-off character, and she was gonna end up just like cooking the dragon or something like that, getting some steak out of her tail or something.
Fly.
But
same actually. When I watched it today, I was like, this is just going to be another random challenger because that's what the trailer looked like.
Yeah.
They didn't make her look like she was a huge character.
Yeah.
So it's just like, the dragon's just a random challenger.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I thought that was going to be like the show. Like the show was just going to be like
random
every
challengers.
Episode she gets like two people who come up challenge and it's like a comedy type thing.
No, but surprisingly, they went a whole different route with her. Like, the dragon, Laika, like when she comes back as a
human form, yeah.
Yeah, I was like, what? Oh, okay, this is interesting. Wants to be her apprentice.
Yeah.
I'm getting a Saitama and Genos vibes from it.
Yeah, pretty much. It's like a weird cross. It's like an isekai cross between One Punch Man and like I guess Kobayashi's Dragon Maid because Laika's a dragon.
Yeah, because our main character, she was like, you know what? I could use her. But
remember, her philosophy, our main character, Azusa, her philosophy is that don't overwork yourself.
Yeah.
Always go with moderation.
I actually like that a lot about our main character because watching this, I was like, I didn't have any expectations going into it, but I actually liked our main character because she keeps her values strong. Like she never wants to work that hard again ever in her life. And at the end, when Laika was building the house,
she was like, I could just.
She was like, you need to stop. Like I'm gonna tell you right now, stop.
Yeah.
It's in order basically.
Yeah.
Because I don't want anybody working too hard.
Yeah, I'm in my presence. I'm in the same boat with you. Like that really like impressed me as well. Yeah. I was like, oh, okay. Like I get to see like our characters. Like she does hold our core values, and like I can't wait to see more from where that plays a bigger role.
Yeah, I'm hoping to see like Yeah, like I like her character so far, and it's not like some other isekai where as soon as they get isekai, they forget about their whole other life, and they're just like, oh, I'm in a new world. That's cool.
Yeah, it's definitely like a trait that unfortunately does carry over to a lot of isekai anime, and thankfully, like that right there reminded us, the audience, that like no, they do care, and that core actually shapes her into what she's about. Like, you know, don't overwork yourself, because that's literally how I died.
Yeah, that's how I got here.
Exactly.
Yeah. But I guess moving on to our impressions and kind of like what we thought. I enjoyed this one a lot. I think as far as first episode impressions go, this one I actually enjoyed more than what the Saint's Magic Power anime held for me. I think so far for the anime for this one, I was able to get more out of this one than I did with that one. So as far as impressions go, I want to rate this a solid 6.5 out of 10 for me.
Interesting rating from you. I'm in the same boat. I think the comedy landed pretty well. I chuckled most of the time, and then like you mentioned earlier, her core values really shows in the show. And like, you know, when we saw the opening, it's gonna be a lot more characters to look forward to. So I'm very excited. I'm very excited to see what else holds in store for this show. And with a crazy title like this, I wouldn't imagine giving it a rating. I'm a 7.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I have high hopes. You know, we'll see where it goes from here.
Yeah, for me, I'm gonna give it a 6 because I like the characters, and you know, it's just introductory. So, but first impressions, I'm gonna throw a 6 at it.
All right. Yeah.
And I enjoyed it. I thought I surprised myself. I was like, this because I saw the trailer and I'm like, this looks bad.
It looked dumb.
And then, and then I saw the anime. I'm like, oh, this isn't awful. It's all right.
I enjoyed my experience.
For me, 6 as well. Yeah, I enjoyed the whole episode. Hopefully it continues the same way.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
I agree. 6.
On to the next one.
This one's also 3.
Yes. Give it
Yeah,
good old
3
three
episodes. But I feel like if it continues with this, then it'll probably be a mainstay because it's pretty good.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, like I feel like I'm the most optimistic one on that one. So hopefully I bed well.
Yeah.
All right, now we move on to our next anime. We're gonna be talking about Farewell, My Dear Cramer, episode 1. So a little background with this one, and I think it's kind of a complex background considering Josh, you're here now, so you're able to share your shed light on your perspective on this.
Yeah, we got different opinions for this show.
So the background on this anime is that like the manga author for this work also worked on another anime called Your Lie in April.
Yes.
And there's some differing opinions on Your Lie in April.
Yes.
Here.
Well, but let's get to the actual story of this show.
Yeah, let's talk
before
about
anything.
it.
Yeah, let's talk about this anime. All right, so this one is centered around a group of women's soccer players that want to make it to the nationals and everything. So we get a good snippet of their backstory and everything. And I want to say this right now, as far as a soccer anime is concerned, or just any sports anime is concerned, the number one rule that I feel like they broke right off the bat with this first episode is introducing the characters, because oh my god.
Yes.
There was too many characters that were just thrown at us.
I didn't know what was going on. At first, they introduced like the black-haired ponytail girl, and then they just are like, "Oh, forget about her. We're gonna introduce the white-haired girl and her friend, who aren't really friends, but they are friends." And then they go to the same school, even though they could have gone to like a better school. And
it's
oh man,
it was a very weird how they told their story in this episode. And like I appreciate when animes tell us the name of the characters, because obviously I'm taking notes and like but I have a big list for this anime itself. And honestly,
that's a soccer team.
And we got introduced to the soccer team, but like I don't care about any of them. So far not yet. But and then as sports animes go, like animation, I feel like, has to be top notch.
Yeah, you have to really sell like the fact that like whatever sport you're trying to convey, you want to sell us the fact that like, hey, this sport is really cool. This sport has a lot of high energy.
Yeah.
The animation has to match it.
Exactly.
Unfortunately, this one was for that.
Can I just
first
say
episode
that the animation was weird as heck?
It
Like,
was,
this had the weirdest animation I've ever seen. Even stuff that was so little, like showing their faces through like the grate, like the
Yes.
Oh my god!
I'm glad you brought that
Oh
up.
my
Josh.
god!
Yes, that was
What's going on?
Omar caught that first, because like they had like a few seconds like where their faces appeared right in front of the fence, and Omar was like, wait a minute, you guys see that? And I'm like, yeah, I think I saw that.
It's like a floating face in front of the. It's like the weirdest thing I've ever seen. Like I've never seen anime do that. I'm like, are we really not gonna recognize the characters' faces? We just put them like change the camera angle or something.
Yeah. Thank you, Josh. Exactly my point. Like you could have a character behind the fence and still look good. Like you could put like some shadows behind it, or like do some artistic
They deleted the fence.
Yeah, itself. and that you brought it up as well when we were talking about it. I was like, might as well just take off the fence.
Yeah.
I know, right? Might as well just have it like have them inside the area.
Yeah.
Like the field. Like the thing is, a soccer field has like out of bounds areas, so they could just stand there. Why do they have to stand behind the fence?
Yeah.
It doesn't make sense. It's not like a baseball diamond.
It was a weird choice.
Yeah.
And honestly, like again, this was just like one piece of the puzzle that was just like all kinds of just kind of weird with this. This first episode.
I don't know. Like the animation was just wacky. Like even with the soccer, like it was just they looked choppy. The running looked weird. Like
it was stiff.
I was like, whoa, this is ugly.
Yeah. It was stiff. What were you gonna say, David?
No, I was gonna say with the fence, they could have at least they could have made the fence like pretty much invisible, and them holding or grabbing onto the fence, so it could look like, oh look, she's grabbing a fence. Like you could see the fence
a lot
on
of
her
anime
hand
does that. I noticed a lot of them do that. They make it like really light colored fence, so you can still see the characters, but they just show them like grabbing onto it, so it's like, oh, there is a fence there.
Yeah, but it doesn't look horrible like this one does.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was pretty bad choice on that one. But I guess first impressions, because we
we'll just get it out of the way, because this was really weird to just kind of like rate. But anyway, right off the bat for me, I don't know, maybe it just might be my optimism, but I feel like somewhere down the line, again, we are giving this anime a 3, at 3 episode rule, but I feel like I'm kind of optimistic, because I feel like they're going to make some sense out of it, because going back to Your Lie in April, I personally enjoyed that anime quite a bit, all around, and I have a feeling that this one might also help as well. But man, so far the first impression was not great, but I'll give this one probably a 4.5 out of 10 so far, because it's man, it was definitely not up to average. That one.
No, it wasn't. And I guess for me, I mean, being the soccer fan that I am, I had high hopes. So like when I heard the news of being a soccer anime, I was like, oh, okay, cool, because I love Captain Tsubasa. That's my guilty pleasure to watch. And just watching this was like, it felt weird. It
was not Captain Tsubasa.
It was not Captain Tsubasa. Like I know that they're trying to go for realism, but even with that, like at least like make the camera angles of the animation like pop, like make me like care about the characters. And I guess for me it has to be a 4. It really like brought down my expectation of it, and the whole reason we're giving it 3 is because of the legacy of for my case at least.
Well, the guys already know what I think of Your Lie in April. I think it's overrated trash, to be honest. And this feels very much like it. I'm getting the generic vibes from it, like hardcore, like, oh, I want to be the best soccer player ever type of vibes. And so and the animation's wonky, and there's like no, like, they didn't even there's too many characters for me to care about any of them. I'm going with a 1.5. I don't have high hopes for this. I would drop this personally, but I'm gonna stick with it if the guys like it.
Yeah, we'll see.
And then with me in general, it's hard. It's hard to say, because That's the thing. This first episode was too like, there was too much happening. Like you would get lost of who's the main character at moments, because sometimes it would just switch to another thing. They should have stuck with one, but they went with so many that you're like who's gonna be?
There's like 4 main characters.
Yeah. Because at first we thought it was gonna be Nozomi, the blue hair girl with like the high up ponytail, but no, it was, they didn't barely show her.
She's the first character you see, so throughout the anime, I was just thinking like, when are they gonna cut back to her? Yeah. But then they focused like 80% of the anime on the white hair girl and the orange haired one.
And then I had also issues with the animation too. I was just joking around with these guys trying to defend the fence, but it was just a joke. And I ended up the animation was an issue. Yeah, like even for Josh, I guess, can you say at least the animation was good for that show, even though the show was trash?
Oh, no? Your Lie in April?
Yeah, Your Lie in April.
Yeah, the animation was fine.
Yeah, this show did not have that.
The piano scenes were pretty well done. You know, the ending scene where they're in the sky playing together as she's passing away. Like that's all fantastic. Like I think the animation's really good.
Yeah, and this show doesn't have it.
No.
It seems very like almost rushed. Yeah, like it seems like it was just like sloppily done. Like they had like half the team working or something,
because some of the moves were like good, you know, they pass and then all of a sudden it's stiff, and then they had this really weird running motion and I didn't like it. I was like, no, come on, what kind of sports anime is that? In a way.
Yeah, I agree. Like with sports anime, you have to nail what the sport looks like. You have to nail the animation for it. And you know, sport animes like Haikyuu, even something like Yuri on Ice, absolutely nails the actual like sport animation. But this was just it felt like a slice of life, but then they were like throwing
soccer,
like soccer into it, and it's like it didn't work. It didn't work very well. It just seemed out of place. It seemed like another studio could have done a better job so far in the first episode.
Yeah, so in general, hopefully, I doubt it's going to get better within those 2 episodes or not. We'll see. Yeah, we'll see. And I give it a 4.
Yeah, that's fair.
All right, with that, we move on to the next anime. We have Don't Toy With Me, Miss Nagatoro. Please don't bully me more. Episode 1.
And this anime is cool because so me and Josh are both fans of the manga, and at least for me, I can definitely say that animation wise and everything, like adaptation wise, this one was really solid.
It nails it.
It does.
It nails it. It has like the first episode has like they are missing any information. They're actually adding information in.
That whole beginning scene with like where it was just kind of like it was showing like the surroundings and everything, the outside and everything was really well done.
Reading the manga, like you have no idea that they're even in a coastal town.
Yeah, I didn't
know. Look at it and I'm like, they're in a coastal town? I never knew that.
Yeah. There's a lot of like details and stuff that like were added in the anime.
It fits because Nagatoro and her friends are like Nagatoro and one of their friends are tan, so it's like, oh, they're in the sun a lot.
Yeah.
You know, being in a coastal area, stuff like that. So it fits. So I'm like, that was cool.
Yeah.
The show in general. Let's go.
Yeah. Like, well, it starts off with our guy, you know, no name. He just wants to go to the library, I guess, and just study, do his thing, and then he meets these annoying girls, you know, just talking up in the library, like, how dare they? How dare they?
He's so upset about it. He's like, this is my quiet time.
Exactly.
And they're interrupting. I'm just gonna do my homework.
Like
I hate girls like that.
And like he has like every person that's in that situation, it's like, I'm gonna tell them something. I'm gonna be brave today. And like, you know, he ends up flopping on his face and just these girls rip him a new one at this point.
Yeah.
And it's brutal. It is brutal.
It is brutal. I mean, to a point where I'm like, I am upset on this character. I'm just like, man.
Yeah, they really make you dislike Nagatoro like right off the bat. For a little bit, but you you kind of dislike her, but then you don't hate her as much.
It's really
as,
it's complicated, yeah.
It's super. The whole thing is super complicated, but I think it's it's really interesting because usually you don't get a girl who's like dominant like that. Like I'm gonna mess you up, stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like we don't get a lot of JK girls in anime period because in Japan kind of like doesn't want to portray it. I guess I'm not sure.
No, yeah, it's very rare, a rare character type in anime, and just for as me just watching just the anime, I think they did a good job just making me like care what's going on the episode itself, because like Robbie, you guys said the animation was like, whoa, this is actually really good.
The animation's awesome. I actually
was
wasn't expecting
surprised.
that because telecom animation, like I didn't even know what they did, but then I watched it, I'm like, it's pretty good. This is unique style, it fits. You know.
And I was like, oh, this is really good. Like, obviously Nagatoro is annoying. She's that little annoying underling, and you're like, oh, just go away already. Like,
yeah, but near the end you could kind of tell that that's like her kind of messed up way of flirting. She tells him her name, and like she's actually like, when she pushes him too far and he falls into the drain, she's like, oh
no, I mean to do that.
I went too far.
Yeah, I feel like she's making him grow a backbone if he has any.
Yeah. And I also like our main character too. Senpai, I think, is a really fascinating character trait because he's
weak.
He's so like, he's meek, but he doesn't get angry. He never he's just really patient.
You have to
like super patient.
He's like multiple Clay in a sense, and I think you can't really tell much of that in the first episode, but like give it some time and then you can kind of like see the seeds that are planted pretty much.
No, I don't want to spoil, but he gets a ton of character growth.
Okay.
A lot of it. So look forward to that if you guys are gonna continue watching it.
Yeah, I mean, when I was watching it, I was like, okay, I can see where like this character, where Senpai could grow. I hope when you watch the anime, it's not the same old thing. Like he's just gonna be crying all the time with her wiping his tears. That was weird, man.
that was weird. But. Yeah, that like that was weird, and it was weird when I was reading it too. I was like, man, this guy's a wuss.
Yeah,
he's gonna let a little girl make him cry all the time. Like, but it is unique. I'll give it that because we show all the time like in animes like the girl beating up the guy, but we never see it affect him emotionally like that.
In some cases, like in a lot of the cases, like it's usually like the guy's like, oh come on man, don't mess with me like that, okay? I'm actually really tough, but then like he just kind of flat on his face. He's like, oh no,
it's like a comedic moment, but I didn't feel any comedy with this. I just felt like she was kind of hurting him, but he was also like. He's also tough too.
Yeah,
it's weird. He's wimpy, but he's tough too because even at the end there, they were like, he was like, you don't do it as bad as I've gotten it before.
Yeah.
So like you're not as bad as the kids who bullied me before, so I'm really used to it.
Yeah, I had to like mentally block off their faces, but with you, I can see your face just fine.
Yeah.
So I guess going into our ratings, it's really cool. So I guess starting with me, I really enjoyed this adaptation. Again, based off of the trailer, I was a little shaky. My faith was a little shaking with how this adaptation was going to go.
Mine too.
And I'm happy to say that like no, this one's definitely delivering. So far, it's so far it adapted the first two chapters of the story, and I honestly cannot wait to see what's more to come. And rating wise, I'm gonna give this one an 8 out of 10. I think this episode really sold me, and I can't wait to see more.
I guess for me, coming in blind with this whole character Nagatoro, it was interesting. I thought I was gonna hate her guts like right off the bat, but I do get that reaction. But when the episode continues on, I kind of get it. Where she's going and how Senpai will grow eventually, which kind of elevated for me on score wise. Yeah, how this show will go on. So I think for me, I give it a 7.
Nice
for myself. So it really impressed me. Plus the animation, it kind of really helped.
Yeah.
I'm going since I read the story already. I'm going purely by the adaptation. I think it's doing a great job of adapting the story so far. It's not blasting through chapters and going at the speed of sound, which a lot of adaptations do. And the animation looks great. So 7.5. I think it's doing good things so far.
Nice.
All right, David, you've been quiet, man.
I'm the chopper. I'm gonna chop it down.
Yeah.
I got the chainsaw. I'm ready to cut the tree down.
All right, yeah, we've been praising the hiffle out of this one, so go ahead.
Pretty much is a no for me for this show. Yeah, the thing is that I didn't like the character in general. Even if she's a gal, the gal, I found her annoying more than the interest of her being a gal, I guess. Her voice or her how she talks too, it was really annoying. The main protagonist too, he was really annoying as well. I found both of them annoying.
Yeah, I mean,
for me,
I don't blame you.
It's like it's people's taste, but for me, I just didn't enjoy it. The art was pretty good. I enjoyed the art. The animation too, it was cool. The scenes where the action happened, like where she did this. I guess he read the manga he created and stuff. That was cool. But other than that, I really didn't like. I didn't connect with these two characters at all. So this one, I guess a 5.
Okay.
But
oh wow.
Yeah, I thought you were gonna go lower.
Yeah.
I thought that was like 2 territory.
Yeah.
But that's what I was thinking.
No, but
because the animation was really nice on it.
Yeah, and I do get what you're coming from, David, with like the whole like it's not your cup of tea.
Yeah,
it's not
I definitely remember when I read it, like the first chapters were there was pretty like
very
this is a little overboard. She's extremely mean. Like so I was like that, but
the dere stuff. Yeah, the dere stuff, like when she softens up and helps senpai grow like more overtly rather than like subtly, is going to come, but obviously it's going to come in a later step. And a good reason and a big reason why we're mostly cutting the show isn't just because David has executive power or anything, but it's more so the fact that we have a lot of shows to go through, and rather than to go through the same doldrums of like having us be positive about it, and David's like, oh man, I'm not vibing with the show at all. We'd rather just cut it off from here. We will of course bring it back, because more than likely me, Josh, and then hopefully Omar will probably keep up with the show and stuff. So we'll be talking about it later once the season wraps up. So
look forward to that.
Yeah.
All right, then I guess with that we move on to the next anime. Easy title, Mars Red, episode 1, and this one was interesting.
Yeah, this one, I think like of all the ones that we've seen up to this point, like the artistic style of this one was definitely had center stage.
Yeah, it like once the scene started, like the bold colors, bam, pops in your face, and just like the lighting and the shadows they have in this show is incredible.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah, it looks really nice, this show. It's a unique setting, very unique setting, that's for sure.
The backgrounds themselves, the whole areas, the surrounding looks so nice.
Yeah, but
while the story continued.
But yeah, let's hop into the story. I guess we're in the world of vampires.
Yeah, it looks like vampires. They're known in the underground like military space, but they haven't really mentioned if it's publicly known about like the existence of vampires. But it seems like the government knows what to do and how to deal with vampire threats.
Yeah.
What I got is that they're in an island where vampires can't get unless they're on that bridge, I think. I'm not sure.
I feel like they just captured our main character in the episodes,
Maida.
Yeah, and Maida and the girl Mikaki.
Yeah,
or the actress. She was the vampire, and her whole character was interesting. Just like to watch her, do her routine and stuff, and just
it's interesting because they treat vampirism, because in most media, not just anime, just media in general, like they treat like vampires and stuff like an otherworldly being, or just basically like a human, but just more superpowers, more basically, or like monsters. But in this one they treat it more like a disease, if anything.
Yeah,
which is interesting.
Yeah, which is interesting, and I like the story they told in just in this episode, like of between those two, and like how it got resolved, and just like, whoa, obviously the art was just like, it really helps.
Hey, we're a different breed here. And I think what's really cool is that they also dropped like kind of hints as well as to kind of like what we're going to be looking forward to, without like overtly telling us, okay, hey, this is what we're doing. It's like, no, it's like maybe she could be able to join in our group. But they didn't specifically tell us in this episode like what that whole group thing is about, rather than just tell us, okay, we have a group, maybe she might be able to join.
Yeah.
Well, maybe not, but obviously in the end of the episode we kind of knew what her fate, and that she kind of let herself die.
She bite the dust.
Yep.
Thoughts? Any thoughts, Josh?
I thought it was pretty good. It doesn't really. It looks like it's going to be Monster of the Week.
Seems like it, yeah.
Kind of, at least from the first episode. But I'm interested in it. I'm definitely interested in the world. I'm interested in our main character. I like the. I thought that the storytelling in the first episode was really good.
Yeah.
With the whole play, setting the stage, and how she was like stuck in character because she passed away like that.
Yeah.
And kind of decoding what she was saying and stuff. And I thought it was really good. He meets the second vampire who put on the play, and that guy kind of gives him backstory on her. So I thought that the storytelling was really cool. It was pretty sad. I felt bad at the end of it.
With her fate, yeah. Like, even though she.
But yeah, if we're going by first impressions, it's like a 7 for me. Like, I think it's got potential. Pretty good.
Nice. I'm the same way as well. Like, I think storytelling wise, this is definitely unique in a sense. And the only thing I disagree with you there is the fact that the Monster of the Week thing. I think the Monster of the Week formula might last maybe only this episode and maybe a couple more. But I have a feeling. But I have a feeling that like overall there's going to be an overarching story behind everything. It's going to. I don't know. I feel like with what they're building up, I feel like there's going to be an overarching story. And the colors and everything look really interesting, and just the cinematography, all that. I also give this one a 7. I think it's a 7 out of 10. I see potential in this anime, and I hope to see good things from this from the future of this one.
Yeah, I'm in the same boat with both of you guys. This animation blew my mind, and I don't know if you agree with me or not, but it kind of reminded me of Monogatari.
Yeah, in a sense, I can see that. Yeah,
like
I can really see it.
Like with the shading, the bright colors, and like it really like sticks to your face. It's it's confident what it's showing.
And then you guys were pointing out the lighting too when they were walking under the.
So that's why I kind of compared the two.
No, you have a point there. Yeah, I can see it.
So my rating is also 7, and I'm very interested in the world they set up so far, and where they go from there.
With me, we hit the slot machine. We're at 7s.
We're at
all
7s.
Lucky 7s.
Lucky 7s. First episode, it gave us a good premise of this world in a way, and hopefully what we see of the major, how he does within the story.
Well, he's not a major anymore. He's a colonel.
Oh, colonel.
They moved him up.
Yeah, colonel. You're right.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. So yeah, I can't wait for the next episode.
Yeah, very, very excited. Much potential in this one.
Yep. And now we move on to our next anime. We're going to be talking about Tōkyō Revengers, episode 1.
Man, this is not what I expected.
No.
But I'm
not at all same.
But I'm excited. I'm excited to see where it goes from there.
To tell you, I had like low hopes in the beginning because of the trailers we seen.
Oh, I did with the art. The ears look really weird.
Oh, jeez, you with your ears, man. But yeah, but it actually impressed me too.
Yeah, so let's jump into Tokyo Revengers. This is Crunchyroll's like, they're promoting this one.
Yeah, this is their baby.
Yeah, this is their baby.
And no, they have every right to, honestly. Like this, it really threw me for a loop because I did not expect a time travel a time travel like delinquent story out of this one.
No,
it's like erased, but if they were delinquents.
Yeah.
No, he could actually go back in time his way,
Yeah, he can go back and forth.
He doesn't have to like through fate, Oh, look, I land on this specific day,
Yeah.
It's like, oh, I'm gonna go back in this time period so I could save the girl I like.
Yeah.
And the brother.
Yeah, you can go back and forth, which is really cool. And like, again, I think what makes this anime so much more refreshing is the fact that it is a delinquent story, and we have not seen like delinquent anime since pretty much when they were legit popular, since like the 80s and 90s.
So
like
you're right. I mean, it kind of throws back to that time area, and it's just cool to see,
Yeah,
just a bunch of thugs, chilling, fighting and stuff. And I just want to put one note.
Go ahead.
I know this is dumb.
Go ahead.
But our two kind of like boss characters, like Dragon and Ken, their drip, their fashion, I really enjoy.
that over the shoulder like coat like style and everything. Oh my goodness.
And then Dragon, man, that shirt, I love that shirt. It fits him so well.
Well, with the main protagonist too, I'm enjoying him.
Yeah.
I'm enjoying him a lot so
far. He's really interesting.
He's got a backbone.
Yeah. Oh, he was taking them hits.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. I like the fights. I thought I was not gonna be impressed with the fights, but the fights, when he was getting that beating, I enjoyed it.
You enjoyed him getting beat.
Yeah,
I enjoyed watching him get his booty smacked around a little bit.
Yeah.
But I like that he
was coming. That's some like masochist stuff. Like he could have been like, guys, we probably shouldn't go, but he's like, you know what, I'm just gonna go anyways, get my butt kicked.
Yeah, look at my
I'm ready for my daily beating, sir.
But I like the fact that during these fights he also talks about what to do next, because he has this plan already to target the people that might be the issue or the ones that might cause the problem for his girl to die and stuff in the future. So that's what I like about it too. He's hunting them down just to make sure, like, oh, is it this one? Is it this one?
Yeah, and like the number one thing is that they have a goal. It's like, okay, we have to make sure that these two bosses don't meet up with each other, because otherwise that's pretty much her fate's pretty much sealed at that point. We gotta make sure that they don't. And I like that. I like that's how it's very goal oriented. We know where to go and pretty much how to get there.
Yeah.
But sometimes they throw us in a loop. It's like, oh, this guy's actually him, but our main character doesn't know that.
The thing that I thought it was like quick and easy, but I was like, yeah, it's good. I don't want to hear about it as much as the brother, and the sister's brother and stuff.
Oh, right,
brother.
Yeah.
The fact that he's able to like go back and forth through time through his handshake and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, and he technically saved him because he died too as well, right?
Yes, he died as well with Hina, our main love interest.
So he managed to save him, and now he's gonna save her as well.
Well, I might say I liked Hina's character a lot. She's obviously the tough, strong girl.
Oh yeah.
So that's surprising to see.
Yeah, and sometimes like in that one scene where she slapped like the main mob boss, I was like, oh no.
Yeah, I was like,
oh no. You put our boy in trouble. But no, thankfully it paid off, and he's like, hey, I like your woman. I like the fact that she stands up for you and you stand up for her.
Which is
I respect
cool.
that.
Yeah, no, it's really cool. It's really cool to see an anime. So I'm looking forward to this anime.
Oh, same here. Ratings wise, I want to go ahead and give this one a 7.5. I don't know. I think that this anime is definitely unique. Again, the art style does take a little bit to get used to, but once you get used to it and everything like that, it's smooth sailing from there, and you just take in the characters, the setting, and everything. And again, it's a nice, again, time travel aside, this is a nice delinquent story that like I feel like it's something that like, you know, like those things where like you don't think you need, but then once you get it, it's like, oh man.
No, yeah, I definitely got that feeling with this anime too as well. It's like time travel and delinquents together, perfect.
Yeah,
like
it's so cool.
You threw in something I didn't expect it, and now I really like it.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm in the same boat with you, man. I give it a 7, solid 7. I'm looking forward to it to see how they go from there. And obviously, we got teased in the last episode, the other boss, and excited.
Josh?
Yeah, I think it's pretty good. I think it's like a 7.
Nice.
Interesting plot, interesting characters. It's unique, and I think it has a lot of potential so far.
Nice.
All right. I give it a 6.5 for now.
Okay.
Yeah, just so far it's a great start. We'll see what happens later on.
Okay.
And yeah.
All right. With that, we move on to the next anime. We have Joran, the Princess of Snow and Blood, episode 1.
Yep. And remember when we were talking about how Mars Red setting is very unique and such? I mean, we were right. But it turns out that this anime is also set in the Imperial Japanese time period of 1933.
Yes. And it's
or 1931, sorry.
But this one's different. Like, it's kind of like has that futuristic tech.
Yeah.
It's weird. It's a weird combination. But yeah, the Princess
this
of
one
Snow.
feels like it's like a alternate history.
Yeah.
version of it.
Yeah, very much so.
Magic and alchemy and stuff like that. I personally found this episode to be like confusing.
Yes.
Yeah, it is very
Like, it
confusing.
jumped around all over the place.
Yes. That
It very much so is.
we here have all the same gripes too. I'm like, I liked what I saw, but I don't know what's happening.
Yeah, I have no idea what's going on in the story, but it looks cool, but I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, exactly. And I give credit where credit's due. The animation's like, it looks good.
Yeah.
It's really solid.
Oh yeah, it looks good. It's fluid. The fight scenes look nice.
Yeah.
It's unique in a nice setting, old Japan, but all the characters are uniquely designed too.
Yeah.
But the dialogue and the actual like plot, I'm lost on. I got no idea what's happening.
And like I think some of the characters also share like a lot of like the same physical traits and stuff, because I could have sworn that the guy that was assassinated in the brothel was the same guy that like gave our main character what was her name, Sawa like the pamphlet and everything. I thought that was the same guy, but it turns out that no, it was actually the transformed beast man that was actually the guy that met with Sawa, not the one in the brothel.
They got murdered.
Yeah.
No, you got destroyed.
And it was so weird to me. I'm like, wait, what? It's not him?
Yeah, we just saw this character.
Yeah.
No, that was confusing to say the least. And like, there's one thing like it kind of griped me. It was like, Sawa's revenge. I'm like, revenge of what?
Yeah, like what happened?
Yeah.
I don't know what's happening.
Yeah, so that really like kind of took me off. I was like, oh.
It looks cool, but I don't know how good the story's gonna hold up.
Yeah.
I know it's only episode 1, but I don't have like, if they're gonna go with like this kind of storytelling, I'm like, ugh. I mean, it looks cool.
By the way, Josh, I'm glad you're here, because when they actually looked into Sawa's backstory, I really got Katanagatari vibes out of that one.
Yeah.
With Tagame's backstory from there, it's like, oh, she's a little girl and like her brother/father goes out and she's like in a burning building and she witnesses her father getting killed. I'm like, oh my goodness, this is just Katanagatari.
Yeah.
She's even like in the closet and everything, just the same thing as like you see her eye and stuff like that. Same thing as Tagame's thing.
I feel like it's like a little trope, because I seen that a lot too, like in the other animes.
A lot of old school kind of like shows like this.
Yeah, not even just anime. I feel like just like Japanese like media in general.
Yeah.
Like they all had like a.
That's where their vengeance comes in.
And that's the revenge part.
Yeah,
right there.
So we did get a good glimpse of that. But yeah, moving on to our rating. I think the thing that kind of like keeps this anime from not being like too generic or anything is definitely the animation. Like when she transforms into her Yuki Onna form, I guess. the animation looks really solid, looks really unique and everything, with the huge like bold outlines and everything, and like the you can see like the skull phasing in and out from like her lower jaw. I think looks really good. But everything else is definitely really confusing. I don't see any distinct like motivation for her or anything like that. So for me personally, I give this one a 6 out of 10. Would have rated it lower if it hadn't been for the animation style and everything. So that's me.
Yeah. I'm kind of different boat on this one actually.
Okay.
I feel like yes, the animation's super awesome. It looks great, but like when I don't understand what's happening in the story, it could look pretty, but if you don't know what's happening, not attached to a character, you're like, what's the point, So I guess for me, it's like a 5. Like it sucks to say because I really do dig the animation, like everyone else here, but it's just like I gotta care, man.
Yeah, you have a point.
But we'll see.
Yeah,
we'll see in the future. Hopefully, it changes my mind completely.
Yeah, I'm in the same boat as kind of Omar. With the whole animation thing, like I can watch like 100 shows that have amazing animation and an amazing story. So the animation is really nice, but you gotta have something for me to care about.
Yeah.
I find that there's just too much going on, and it's just too like it's like they threw everything at the wall. It's like, what's gonna stick? So yeah, I'm gonna give it a 4 for now. I like the animation, but that's about all I liked, honestly. There's not enough there.
For first impression in general, I think the first episode didn't do well for story-wise. It did it, but like in the most weirdest ways, and it confused most of us. And the main protagonist, I guess it wasn't. We need more time with her, I guess, since we don't know the reason why she's. Because the other characters too is like, oh look, this girl's quiet, or this girl's and then the issues with her is that she's silent right now. We don't know anything about her. We got more into the characters with the blonde girl and I guess the other chick, because it was said it was another chick, right? Even though it was a dude, it was a chick.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, they were both girls.
Yeah,
I think.
Were they?
Yeah.
No, I when I watched it, I thought the other one was a guy. The other girl's like a prostitute.
No, she said it was a guy, but then later on, I think she said, I was like, oh, I'm an actual girl. I think.
Yeah, she did mention that.
She mentioned it.
Wow, I missed that completely.
I missed that too, Omar. I don't know what these guys are talking about.
We'll see. Like they dive in more. Like again, the story was all over the place.
It was all over the place. I guess hopefully the character builds up later on. Animation was great. The scenery was pretty too.
Yeah.
The whole scene, like the whole world too. You could see everything. The bird, the details. There was a lot of details into this show, but we just need to fix with this the show with the main character herself. If anything, we need the motivation for her revenge.
Yeah.
And that's the only big issue with me, if anything. And I think that's it for that.
All right.
My rating is a 6.5.
Oh, okay. Interesting. I guess with that we move on to the next anime. Robbie, you say the honors for this one.
Okay, I just got the English title for this one. Combatants will be dispatched. And episode 1, and it's pretty weird. This anime.
Oh, I guess we could talk about the legacy of that one.
Yeah.
Because this is also the makers that made Konosuba.
Yeah, they have the writer behind it.
Very well loved in the anime community, and excited to see what he had in store for this one. And it was okay.
Yeah,
it was very.
It was.
It's a mid show.
Yeah. It was mid. I didn't laugh at many. I laughed at maybe two of the jokes.
Yeah, there was only like 2 or 3 jokes that I laughed. Other than that, it was like
like the one about like the penis joke was kind of like, I was like, am I like in 4th grade? Like, it was supposed to be funny.
Yeah. No, I get you. That did not land where they thought it would.
Yeah, my main favorite part, I guess, of the show is just mainly the main character. I like his personality, but that's also because of the fact that I like Kazuma's personality.
It's because of all his facial movements and stuff like that. That's what makes it for that character. I actually like the android girl more than him because I thought I like her. I like those dry, like female, like that archetype where they're really dry and they're like insulting the person. And he deserves it because he's like a jerk. So no, he's dumb.
Yeah.
No, yeah. Alice, the pack mule, I call her. She literally is like, she has all the items.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought the story and the premise was kind of dumb.
Oh yeah, there's like no sense to anything going on. It kind of feels like we skipped like a good amount of like story.
Oh, that one part.
Talk about the beginning.
No, during the beginning,
during that one part when he was talking about the whole.
Yeah, I felt that way too. It's like the first part was so rushed. Like what you establish kind of something, but then there's not really anything there.
Yeah, it was weird when they were referencing like old memories. I was like, oh, I wish I could see that.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Like
we spent so much time with our characters. Yeah.
I feel very connected.
Yeah.
We were making fun of that.
No, yeah.
Yeah.
We were making fun of the show. At that point,
standing laughing with it.
Yeah.
And yeah, unfortunately for this one, we're gonna have to drop.
We're just gonna get the cut. Yeah, it's
yeah.
We're probably gonna watch it on our own, but
I will.
It's not part of the
Like I said, I feel like the main character, if anything, like carries it for me. So I'm definitely gonna like watch it on my own anyway.
I'll watch it on my own too. Because why not? It's goofy nonsense. I don't have to think too hard when I watch it. I can just kind of put it on and be like, oh, haha, they do funny.
You know what this anime is? It's background noise.
It is, honestly, yeah, it is.
You're playing a video game or something, just put it on the background.
Yeah, that's what I feel like it is. Like it doesn't shine and it doesn't disappoint, you know. You could watch what they're saying. If the joke lands, great. Not.
Yeah.
Yeah, so this is for me, it's a 5 mid.
Yeah, for me, I would give it a 6.
You give it a 6?
Yeah.
Interesting.
I think it's again, it's just mainly the main character. I really like the main character.
Yeah, Agent 6.
Agent 6, yeah.
Great name, by the way. I'll give it a 5 as well. Just, you know.
I'd give it like a 3 because it's really dumb.
Nice.
That one was quick though.
Yeah. It's hardly much to talk about. Yeah.
Very meh.
Yeah.
Yeah. Alright, with that we move on to the next anime. We have SSS DYNAZENON. Thank you so much. Episode 1.
Oh.
And with this, it's kind of like the successor of.
It's in the universe of
Yes.
SS Gridman.
Yes.
I found that it was strikingly similar to Gridman in terms of its writing style. I noticed that a lot of they like to obscure the dialogue, have a lot of different things going on at the same time. You know, the characters are all very I like the way the characters look and act. Trigger has a really good way of bringing to life the characters.
I kind of like the build up to that the whole monster. There was scenes where you saw kind of on SS Gridman where there's moving objects, floating objects, and then little by little throughout the whole episode it started building up to a building and everything.
That was cool. That was really cool, actually. I liked that. I also liked how we got our 4 main characters who pilot the robot. We all got glimpses into their lives, even the tiny little glimpses of Minami, my favorite character so far, showing how her home life sucks. Her parents fight all the time. Even if it was just a little glimpse at it, it was just they didn't have to tell you she has a rough home life. They just showed it.
Yeah.
And I'm always a proponent for showing versus telling. And books, you know, anime, stuff like that. I hate having an exposition dump. I'd rather you just show me little pieces, what's going on, and why they're like this, you know. And we also learn something's awry with her sister as well. She has a sister, but she's not there.
Yeah.
So she could be dead. She could be missing, moved out, stuff like that. But there's conflict with her family, and that's what I really liked about her. And you know, with the neat guy, with his cousin.
That was funny.
You know, they're just neats basically. They don't do anything.
They're a
They
mess.
keep up with the dues.
Yeah.
And
was
then
funny
our
though,
main
at times.
character is you know, he has a job to make money, to work, and he has a pretty normal home life.
I like the dude he saved.
Oh,
Yeah.
Goima?
Gauma, yeah.
Yeah, he was pretty funny.
He's my favorite. He's my favorite character. I love him.
He's goofy and eccentric.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like how he was introduced and how he played out through the whole episode. It's like, you know.
I love that scene where he's like, is begging for food. Like, that's such a long scene, but it really shows off his character and how he's like, even though he's kind of like a brute, he's still like thankful.
Yeah.
And he's not, he like thought about him and he wanted to see him again.
Because I like
and
that
stuff like
that ending part too. Well, going towards the ending before the fight starts, he meets with the guy. It's raining and stuff.
Yeah.
And he's like, "Hey man, why are you waiting here? What time is it and stuff?" And like, "Oh, she's not here. What?" I was like, "Oh my god."
He runs after her.
What
and
a
finds her,
bro!
and he's like,
This guy's a bro.
No, yeah, he's very much a bro. That's very cool to see in character, and you know, we'll see what happens in the future. How these characters will evolve. Get to know.
I'm a little worried because Gauma barely shows up in the intro. I think, like it showed our four main characters, which are the two neats, Minami and Yomogi. But Gauma's not there, and I'm just kind of worried. I'm like, oh no. I want to see more of this guy.
I don't know if his character is elaborated on. I assume everyone else's character is going to be elaborated on, but I don't know about him because he seems like he has stuff, but then again, we don't know. It's just the first episode.
It's interesting because like it's interesting because he introduces himself as a monster tamer, but then when they pilot the DYNAZENON, he's like, "Oh, I've never done this before. This is my first time, but I'm gonna go for it."
Yeah.
So we'll see what happens with him.
Yeah, and obviously
Trigger surprises us.
We love Trigger here.
Oh, definitely.
And they only come up with one anime every year, so.
Pretty much, yeah. And sometimes that's all you need. Moving on to ratings. Overall, I absolutely loved it. I think this is definitely worthy of being called like the successor to what SS Gridman was. And
it has the same vibes, completely same vibes.
And I want to give this one a good 8.5. I think this one is high up there, you know, in terms of scope and all that. And this is the anime for me. I'm really looking forward to this one.
Yeah, man. I mean, just watching mechs and fight giant monsters. Who doesn't love that?
Yeah, it's iconic.
I mean, a couple of weeks ago we had King Kong vs. Godzilla, which did really well.
Oh, jeez.
And
I
mean, who doesn't love that? So yeah, I'll give it a 7 actually. So, I really enjoyed SS Gridman. So jumping back into this world, I'm very excited to see. Yeah. And yeah, man, just looking forward to it.
Yeah, I'm in the same boat. Give it a 7. I already shared my thoughts about it, but I think I like Gridman. I like the way it portrayed the story, and I think this is doing the similar things. So I'm excited to see how it progresses because it leaves a lot of mystery. There's a lot of mystery I'm finding in this show, and the same thing with Gridman when I was watching it too. You know, we don't know the villains. We don't know who's piloting all these kaiju and stuff like that. We don't even know what our mecha is at all.
Nah, it's interesting, but little breadcrumbs are on the trail, so we'll see. Gather them up.
Yeah, with me, I think about 8.
Oh, all right.
Yeah, 8.
Nice.
I'm usually not a mech guy, but this show keeps me rolling because characters, you know, the characters are really likable, and some aren't, but you know, they're supposed to not be, you know.
And
some
you wait for the development.
Yeah, the development will kick in. You know, we'll see what happens. But yeah, hopefully enjoy the characters later on. No, some of these characters. We'll see.
Yeah. Now we move on to our next anime. It's Vivy Fluorite Eye Song, episode 1.
Yes.
This one's another show that has a writer of a previous work on board, and this one is the writer for ReZero.
And everybody knows how successful ReZero did in the last season, so much anticipation for this.
We also had another show that we saw from the director himself too, but we were
Warlords of Sugadora.
We saw the entirety of that one.
But this show is way better than that.
Right off the.
This one impressed me a lot, actually.
Really great.
Studio's animation's amazing on this one.
Great.
The whole premise is surprised me at the beginning, seeing all those androids kill everyone.
Yeah.
What a great start.
I thought it was really good. I like Vivy herself. I think she's a good character. It reminds me a lot of and a lot of people make connections to this. I find it reminds me a lot of Violet Evergarden in terms of her character. Kind of. She's very stoic as an AI, but is learning to have feelings because she's autonomous.
Yeah.
I think as far as premise goes, to me, I feel like this is like a very nice cross between what if you take the premise of Terminator, but the past that they go to is like the world of like Mega Man X.
Yes.
Where it's like you have the very first autonomous AI, which is of course Diva, as she calls herself here, and it's like it's like, okay, now it's up to her to basically save the future.
Yeah. The pending doom.
The teddy bear.
I also like the teddy bear character. He talks really fast.
He came from the future.
He's a really fast talker. I remember watching it and being like, I can't keep up with him.
That was funny. I found that funny. Yeah.
Honestly, he kind of steals the show from me.
Yeah, he does. Honestly,
he was like, "No,
awesome.
I'm not hacking you. I'm not stealing you. I'm just here."
She even gets like her own tests done to make sure it's like, "Hey, doctor, everything's okay, right?" No, you're
I know, and she just keeps repeating, "Leave this area," and he's like, No, I'm not.
I have my mission here. All right.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, about the missions. Every AI has a mission. I have mine, and my mission is to come back and save the world. And then he proves to her by saying, "There's a bomb in that trash can over there, and he's gonna blow him up. So you gotta go save."
That whole scene was awesome. Just like to see that.
That was crazy. Her running.
Yeah.
And like the way that animation went. Oh man, that was cool.
Crazy.
The sound effect and the sound effects and the music too was pretty good too.
Yeah, they complement each other real well.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, this anime is great. It really blew me out of the water. I have very much high hopes on this one. Just like animation was great. Story, I'm already hooked. And just the characters, I already enjoy it. So I'm like, all right, this is a really good start. Compared to
and the brutal killings too.
Oh yeah, they don't hold back.
They don't hold back.
Man. Those first few minutes.
I was expecting something a lot more tame in the beginning, but like that was disturbing, honestly. In the beginning, when they were showing them just like murdering everyone.
Yeah, man.
They killed the
pop music playing. Too.
Yeah.
Yeah, like the she's singing as all this murders happening. It was surreal, weird moment.
It was terrifying.
Oh man.
I felt sorry for that one guy that tried to run away and gets knocked in the head.
Yeah.
Oh man, but that's what gets us hooked. That's what gets us like we're invested into this world. And see, hopefully
that will be maybe your future. Or can you change?
Yeah, hopefully, Diva. And yeah, man, let's just go to the ratings. We praise the crap out of this one.
Yeah, this one's a solid 8 out of 10 for me. Like this one, nice. I love where the story's going, the character, and like again, Terminator meets Mega Man X. You know, like I love both of those things, and you know, combining them together, it's really fun. Can't wait to see more.
Yeah, with me, I'm in the same boat, man. I give it an 8 out of 10. It's just like I love when animes get you hooked right away. It's like, all right, this is our world and this is our problem. We're gonna deal with it right now. Like, all right, let's go. So yeah, and obviously loving the animation, the characters, just perfection. I think. I'm gonna be really optimistic on this one. I might regret it, but I'm sticking my thumb in it. 9 out of 10.
Oh,
ooh. Yeah. I really
it up.
This one was like, it stood out to me from all the new shows we saw.
Yeah.
Josh?
Yeah, I'm going with 8, same as Robbie. I think You know, it has a lot of potential, and I really enjoyed it. I thought, you know, Wit did a great job. You know, the signature Wit eyes they did, where they zoomed down her eyes and had like all that detail.
Oh yeah.
I think the animation's great. I think the story so far has set itself up really nicely without feeling too rushed.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I love Diva, our main character. I think has a real potential to be one of those characters who have a lot of growth.
Yeah.
And I like our little teddy bear guy. He's very interesting.
Yeah.
He's a cool character. I really liked him a lot. But yeah, 8 out of 10. I think it's good. I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, for me, I give it also an 8. I just have one fear, and it's that the show is an original, I think.
It is an original.
Yeah, original. So we don't know where this story could go. It could end badly or could end really wonderful, but we don't know. That's my only not flaw, but like, you know, thoughts coming in my head since we had a similar show that was original. Well, not original.
Sigururi? Yeah. That was original, right?
No, I think that one has a light novel or manga.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So with this one, I don't know. This is this one
it's
could go
uncharted territory.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
But I'm looking forward to it. Or if it does have a manga, then hopefully one of the commenters tell us.
Yeah.
Someone comment us and tell me.
So, very exciting.
But yeah, I really enjoyed it.
Very exciting new anime, and now we go on to a very well-known anime, very popular.
Yeah, From here on, we're moving on to mostly continuations. This one we haven't really brought up in previous because the podcast didn't exist at the time. But
My Hero Academia, season 5, right? Yeah, season 5.
Season 5,
yeah.
We're covering episode 1 and 2 because episode 1 is a joke.
It's just a recap. That's all it is. They tell you every quirk, like we don't know it.
Yeah. So if you didn't know,
like we didn't watch 4 seasons, especially me because I watched 4 seasons in a month.
Yeah.
Leading up to this.
I can't imagine that pain, bro. I am so.
No,
sorry.
you did imagine it when you saw Shippuden.
Oh,
that one was worse.
No, that's why I kind of I relate to it. It's like, oh man, that's terrible. It's such a you already know like who these characters are in the story and the damn intro. Like, oh, this is Midori, this is my story. Either way, first episode recap, skip it. If you need a refresher, go ahead.
Yeah,
but there was just tiny little differences, but that was it. There was no actual story.
Yeah. We move on to episode 2.
Yeah, that's where the main story kicks off.
Yes, where it continues off from season 4.
Endeavor.
Yes, with Endeavor and Hawk.
Yep.
And it was revealed that Hawk might be a bad guy.
Yeah. He's actually a
good guy.
He wasn't actually just a double agent. He was actually a triple agent.
Oh.
What character did you mention, Omar? It was like Leonardo DiCaprio from Departed,
from
right?
Yeah. That's what I mentioned. But you had a better comparison.
I said Itachi from Naruto.
Yeah.
Because he's like a double triple agent, actually. Yeah.
You can't let no one know about this. It's like hush hush government secret. Which it's cool.
I enjoy that character.
Oh, yeah.
Hawk, I think from like new heroes that were introduced, Hawk was the coolest.
And it made sense too for him not to be number 1. Because he's playing the double agent kind of game.
He can't have too much eyes on him.
Yeah.
So
yeah, but it's cool to see how he's gonna get more intel from the evil league, I guess, and just like how he's gonna manipulate Dobby, which is kind of the main focus.
And Endeavor too.
Yeah, and Endeavor's trying to rekindle the family love, which is
it's not working.
Not working.
I mean,
but he's trying though. That's the thing.
He's trying to mend pretty much like a decade and a half worth of
I know. It's baby steps, man.
Yeah.
That's all it leads, man. Baby steps.
I appreciate what Endeavor's trying to do. It's just, you had to know this was coming.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, he said it too. He was like, "Oh, they're not going to forgive me right away."
And plus,
even though I said sorry.
Plus I got good reasons. His new scar, like, okay, so I've read the manga and everything, but like seeing his scar, like, in animation and everything, it looks gross. And I'm actually like, I'm thinking about it, and it makes a lot of sense, because, considering that Todoroki also kind of like has a similar looking scar as well.
Has the
same same eye too.
Yeah, on the same side. Yeah.
No, that could be a tag team, like matching.
Yep.
But yeah, I like the whole backstory with Endeavor and like obviously his son, the other not Todoroki, but the other one just lashing out on him.
Yeah.
Like, you suck, Dad.
But of course, it wasn't just Endeavor's family that also got more development and backstory. Also, Deku.
Yes, Deku and his.
Deku's all for one and one for all.
The thing is, watching all 4 seasons before this one, it's interesting because All Might already told him about that story.
Yeah.
But it was never animated.
Yeah.
No.
But now it's animated, so I was kind of like, I already heard this, but it's nice to see it animated, I guess.
Yeah.
You finally get to see it.
You actually get to see it firsthand. Like, hey, One for All, he had a little bit of a cult going on, and turns out his younger brother was the original One for All creator, and it was because it was forcibly just put in him.
Yeah.
It's crazy to see, and like I like to see that, like Josh said, it's better to show than just tell.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'd like to see what goes from there. Obviously, Deku was just watching; he didn't do anything.
Couldn't do anything, but he does have a little bit more control now because now he has his right arm that he can control in there now.
Yeah, they give him more scars, right?
Yeah, I mean, because each battle just messes them up more. So.
Yeah, we'll see from there. And yeah, basically episode 2, which I thought was a good the true follow-up.
My first episode.
Yeah, it's technically the first episode.
Yeah.
Episode 2. And yeah, it's just a good jumping back into it. My Hero fans would probably love it.
Yeah.
And
A solid 6.
6?
Yeah.
I agree with you. I
think I'm
I'm in the same boat. I'm like maybe a 5 for me because I just watched all of My Hero, so I'm like,
man.
You're burnt out, man.
Yeah, I'm burnt out. I'm really burnt out. I don't want to see these characters anymore. Deku, go away. I don't want to see you, bro. I don't care about your story, how you want to be the strongest hero. Bakugo, shut up. Stop talking.
Stop yelling.
Come on, Josh. Baka.
Kachen. Oh, I can't. No.
Let's move on to a different anime. I think.
Well, it's not an anime, but it's our show.
Yes.
Our good old show is another superhero show, though.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Well, this one has a very different tone, and that is Invincible, episode 2.
Episode 2, and all right. So, Josh, let's hear it from you, buddy.
Yes.
Yeah, you gotta see episode 1 and 2.
Yeah.
Well, it's episode 1.
Show.
What do you think?
Really weird. I don't know what to think about it, honestly. There's only 5 episodes to it, and they're each like an hour long. And watching him like murder everyone in the last one was so strikingly out of what a tone shift.
Yeah. No. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Because
that was the craziest tone shift I've ever seen. He literally goes from being like, you can tell he's a little bit sus, but you're like, oh, he's just a weird guy.
Yeah.
He's like, he's kind of serious, and then he goes, he murders everyone. I'm like, whoa, okay.
Yeah, because you could kind of notice it within the episode where he's giving weird thoughts, or he give the weird vibe.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, like the only time I noticed that in the first episode was when he talked to his wife like weirdly like that. And I was like, all right, he's a little weird. He seems kind of aggressive.
Yeah.
But it's still, I thought it was a huge tone shift when he just murdered everyone, like straight up. Also, the show fools you because it's like there's no gore for the first episode until that very end, and you're like, well, everyone's literally getting their heads blown up and crushed.
So Josh, I was gonna say that like when I first saw the show, like it had what was it, Robert Kirkman, and this one also kind of has a legacy too because Robert Kirkman was one of the writers for the Walking Dead comic series.
Yeah, I knew that, but I was like, I still wasn't expecting this.
So I was like, okay, so this is really pretty tame. And then you see like after that part, it's like, oh boy, huge tonal shift. And episode 2 is no different either, because now that like we've established
episode 2. Right
yeah. So now that we've established that like, okay, we have gore. Gore's in the table.
Yeah.
You're gonna see a lot of guts. Immediately, like the episode begins, and like a rock comes or whatever, and it's like just blows a dude in chunks.
Yeah, from the first episode, the security guard guy like just like almost dies from this. We didn't even know what it was.
No, it was in England. Remember the trip?
No,
he was like with the sun.
No, but I mean like what fell? What blew up? Was it like a person?
No, I think it was like. It was like a burger truck or something. Like, because he picks up the burgers and he's like, I didn't know they have Burger Mart here.
Oh, okay. I thought it was like a person.
That was a burger.
They got splattered and stuff.
No.
Yeah, they fooled you on that one because they were like, it's a person getting exploded, but no, it's just like burgers flying everywhere, and that was all just ketchup all over them and stuff like that. I was like, what? Okay. And then like it continues on, and then now that you know that he murdered them, you're just looking at him and you're looking at everybody be like, oh, what a hero. And I just want to be like, I want to strangle this dude. I'm getting angry.
Oh, Josh, we all feel the same way. It's
Yeah.
It wasn't not like strangling for us. It was like, hey, he killed him.
Yeah. He murdered.
Hey, he did it. He's the one. And then you have the weird plot with the aliens that keep coming, and you just
that was
a lot
funny.
of gore. That's overkill. Just people exploding everywhere while they're just shooting them.
It was funny with that alien though. He kept evolving.
Yeah, he was like he loses an eye on the first encounter, but against Invincible, and then he goes back, and then he comes back, and he's like a top general.
Yeah, he's like a king and something.
Yeah.
Like and then he comes back and he's like
Lex Luthor wearing like the Superman suit.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I like that when Mark first goes into real battle. And it shows like, yo, this ain't pretty, bro. Like,
Yeah, superheroes are nonchalant, you know. This actually happens, you know.
Yeah, and I like how like he gets to see that and like he's not perfect right off the bat. Like,
yeah,
this is not an original Superman, you know.
Yeah.
When he tries to save the old lady, but then it just backfires because like he put too much pressure. Oh my goodness.
Jeez.
Like he tried to save her, but like.
Oh, and it sucked too for him too, because at the end of that, all his work for saving her.
Yeah.
But it's real. Like
I know.
It's like for a superhero, like you're not like you can't save everybody. Like they're gonna try their best, but like no one expects perfection. You're not God.
Yeah, because like everybody was like trying to reaffirm like, hey, you were able to save a lot of lives that day.
Yeah.
But despite that, 300 people still died.
But
and that's what everyone's gonna remember.
Yeah, that's why he feels it. That's what he feels the most.
Yeah.
And I'm like, damn.
What are you guys' thoughts on Teen Team, by the way?
Teen Team.
Teen Titans. Oh wait, what?
They're okay. There's just one character I just don't like.
We could say it, Rex.
Yeah.
He can die.
Yeah, he die.
He's so annoying.
He is, yeah.
I was like, dude, chill the hell out. Like,
yeah, he was even being mean to what's his name? Robot.
Oh,
I felt sorry for Robot. Robot was actually doing his job and stuff.
Great name, by the way.
Yeah, Robot.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. I was like, what dude?
It was funny with the moon thing.
Oh,
that we're fighting up in space.
With the space.
Yeah, and then you just sit down. They end it off like, I got the wrong Earth.
Is that Urath? Oh, okay.
Oh man, I'm gonna get fired.
My bad, bro.
That honestly, that was like a character that Seth Rogen was like born to play. By the way, it's like, oh my god.
I know. It fit him
Also, the last moment of the show really that I liked seeing was you found out what our main villain guy does when he goes off on those little trips. He just goes and murders, commits a genocide, and blows up the whole planet.
Like I was telling the guys, like he makes Thanos look nice.
Yeah, he's
yeah, at least Thanos is.
But the thing is, I actually like his character because like you guys said, you notice little things like the way he punched his son in the first episode, like really
that was hard.
Omni-Man, he's an old school kind of dude. You know, he doesn't like groups. He we'll see what happens too.
he's like psychotic.
Yeah.
Why did he kill everyone? I don't understand.
I think little by little he's changing to a point where you know the line from Batman.
Either you die a hero or you live long enough to become the villain.
Yeah. It's getting to a point where he's eventually gonna turn to the bad guy. You know.
Yeah. No. eventually,
we're getting Injustice Superman pretty much, where it's like.
I mean, I think he's already the bad guy. He just killed.
Murdered
5 people.
He's just really good at hiding it.
Yeah, he's hiding it right now. The detective though, he was almost there.
Oh, Hellboy. I mean, Hellboy.
Yeah, but then the other guy shut him down. And it's like, dude, listen to him.
Listen to the guy, man. Even though he's a demon,
he can see visions.
Yeah. How you gonna just throw him off like that? Like just throw it away like it's not good.
That was annoying.
Maybe he's religion.
Dude, you had him. You could have been 2 episodes. You could have just been like, lock him up.
How can you lock this man up though?
Yeah. Not even.
I want to know his motive. Like, why did he do it?
That's what's cool about it.
Yeah, it's bugging me, but I'm interested. Like, like why did he do this? And that's like,
why, Omni-Man? Why?
The show kept us going. You know, you weren't bored of the show. You kept going.
Yeah, it went by. Like, these are hour-long episodes, but they go by fast.
Yeah, it felt like it was going fast. You know.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, can't wait for next episode, man.
Another amazing episode.
I know, same.
And with that, we move on to our last anime.
We got two more. Two more.
My fault. High-Rise Invasion, episode 7.
I watched this show all 6 episodes to catch up to you guys. So I watched up to episode 7. So this is a little fresh in my mind then.
Then I know. Because we've been. Again, even though the whole series is all out, like we've been basically just to pace ourselves watching this week by week.
Yeah.
But yeah, episode 7 though, like not much really happens. It's just mostly Yuri wearing the mouthless mask. Like she's able to.
Yeah, she becomes a god candidate.
Yeah.
Yeah, and she gets strength now.
Yeah, she like strength, I guess, kind of like. A little
Yeah, and then the other girl and the sniper guy go and save.
Nisei.
What's her face?
Yeah,
Nisei. Yeah. And that was nice, but I kept thinking the whole time, because I remember in one of the other episodes they said that the god candidates are going to have to fight each other.
Yeah.
So now that Yuri's a god candidate, she's going to have to fight the blue hair girl.
Yeah, the new ally.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm interested to see how that plays out.
Mm-hmm. No, same here.
They're basically all safe though, which is interesting. None of the masks can touch them now.
Yeah.
And just, I guess it's gonna be interesting how Yuri's gonna use her new power to control one of the masks now.
Yeah.
See who she picks.
Also, her brother got kidnapped.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now she's
a big part.
She's a damsel. Yeah, he's a damsel in distress. But I mean, like at the same time, he definitely put up a good fight though.
Yeah.
Like you could definitely tell like he's definitely putting in work. He has his own group and going on and everything.
Yeah. The dad ditched him. What a bastard.
Yeah.
Not his dad, but
no, I know the dad.
The other one, yeah.
Yeah. So I was like, oh, that's messed up, man.
Absolutely.
Yeah, but like the pink hair girl, we see her face, her beautiful face.
Yeah, she looked like a lot of the characters where they introduce like their faces and stuff. They look exactly how I picture it in my head.
Yeah.
So I'm glad that I get them right. Yeah. Not much happens other than that. It's
pretty simple.
Pretty simple, self-explanatory. And Yuri knows. I guess Yuri knows like that her brother got kidnapped because she crushed that phone. She's like, all right, I'm gonna go.
Yeah, I'm gonna go save my Oni-chan.
And I'm glad that like she started off super different in the beginning of the series, and now she's like by episode 7 she's already like putting in work, taking down masks and stuff. And now that she wore the mouthless mask, now she's like super strong now.
She a badass.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
Yeah, pretty simple episode, this one.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
Now we move on to our last anime of the week is Dragon Quest Dai, episode 27.
Yes.
Oh man, this is just the anime that still keeps giving.
Yeah. No, yes, most definitely. It went from, it's crazy the journey we went with this show. It's just, it went from like, let's see where it goes, to like, man, I really love these characters.
We're keeping up with this anime. Yeah,
I really love the characters.
I'm really glad that they gave Pop like his own spotlight. Like despite the beating he was taking from the bird guy.
Yeah.
Like he still like Hyunkel came in, saved him. He's like, no, Pop, You go get your revenge.
Hell yeah, bro. This is your fight. I just assisted. I threw the little assist in there. And he delivered. Pop delivers, man. Like,
yeah.
Every episode, man. Pop surprised me more and more.
Like, Pop has a lot of growth despite him just being that one character where he's like, oh, you know, I'm like the goofy best friend kind of character, but like, you know, I'm a coward. But he's definitely like come to more of his own now with this whole thing.
Yeah, most definitely. And, you know, Pop gets the final blow and kills Godali.
Yeah.
Godandi, whatever. And, you know.
Hyunkel also comes in and faces our walrus man.
Dude, he made the walrus guy look like nothing. And I was kind of disappointed on him. I was kind of expecting more from the walrus because I like the tough guy.
No, but he had his he had a strategy where he freezes his opponents with his ice breath and uses the mace to.
It's because he didn't know, man.
He didn't know what he was up against.
Yeah, but oh well, he kicked the bucket.
Not the third guy though.
No.
Oh,
dude, the demon guy, the demon rider.
Yeah.
Dude, he was surprised me. Really surprised me, like how he fought.
He has his own set of magic armor and just like
we see the armor come back.
Yes.
Yeah, I was surprised that the armor came back because I thought like after the fight against Blazard, I thought it was done. Yeah.
I don't know how he got it back. Maybe he pieced it back together. Who knows?
Humpty Dumpty did.
Yep. And but it does not prove useful in this fight.
No.
He gets work because he fights basically the same armor.
Yeah.
But lighter.
Yeah, lighter, which helps the enemy because he's a spearman.
Mm-hmm.
And pretty powerful to say the least. He reminded me of like Ku from like Fate.
Oh, Cahulan, yeah.
Yeah, how they, you know, obviously the spear wielders, like how they move and like agile, super fast they are.
Oh yeah.
So that was cool to see, and obviously Hyunko tried to hold on his own, man. You try to believe, man. You try to believe.
Yeah, you do.
But
it was a struggle for him, man.
He lost, and to make matters worse, Baron's coming in with the whole dragon mark, you know, vibe thing, and yeah, it's not looking too good.
And Die being dead brain is like, oh, I know that.
I know this person.
That's my dad.
And this Baron's just taking a sweet time.
Yeah, he's taking a sweet time.
He knows it.
Yeah,
like,
I know.
He's like, oh, I'm just gonna walk. Who else is gonna stop me?
Yeah.
Crocodile.
Yeah, man. So I'm hoping, you know, something happens.
Yeah.
Someone said.
Again, each episode they just keep delivering, so we'll see. We'll see what we get next week.
Yeah. So very good fights.
Yep.
And with that
wraps up our anime. Finally, this is a long one, and you know we've even cut a few off the list. But now we move on to our news.
Yes, first anime news.
Yep. The only anime news, but that's pretty much all we need is JoJo Part 6. Stone Ocean got announced officially.
Yes. Very exciting here in the Anime Squad podcast. We're big JoJo fans, to say the least.
Yeah. And
we knew it was coming. Right?
Yeah, this was definitely something that we predicted from even a few months ago, and we found out that like, hey, you know, they're gonna have the JoJo thing on April. It was timed especially well because David Production at the time was working on Cells at Work and Fire Force and stuff, and it kind of works out in that sense because it's like, you know, they were pretty much gonna be done by that point. So logical step is to announce Stone Ocean.
Yes.
Now the only question is when, and I'm guessing I'm gonna predict fall.
You think fall?
Because they didn't say any specific date or anything like that. But
they're
I'm
on
gonna
the works.
They're on the works, obviously. But I think it's gonna be fall. I think fall is when we're gonna be getting Stone Ocean.
Damn, you really have your high hopes. I think it's
I feel like it's
I think it might be next winter.
Next winter?
Yeah.
You think it's gonna be that long?
Yeah. Because it's just an announcement. Like, we didn't get like a little snippet trailer or anything, and I don't want them to rush it, you know.
I guess so, yeah. Because this is gonna be like the final part of the original like universe, I guess, sense. Because once Part 7 comes in, it's gonna be like the soft reboot. So
yeah,
we'll see.
I'm gonna give it in maybe beginning of the year.
Oh damn, you guys are moving further away from right now.
Yeah, man. I mean, I would love it to be in the fall. That would be great. That would be like a stellar year of anime. But I'm just being realistic here. It's like,
that's fair. That's fair.
Like, like, take their time. You know, like, there's no rush. Their predictions. You know what you're doing. And the voice for Jolene, I think fits super well.
Fyros, yeah, she actually doesn't have that much going on her list of works that she's made, other than like her most noteworthy one being that we know is one of the main characters from the Dumbbell anime. But yeah, I mean, she looks the part. Like she has like a lot of like actual like tone and definition and stuff. And apparently, like, JoJo was one of her main inspirations of actually wanting to be a voice actress in the first place. So her getting to play Jolene was pretty much like a match made in heaven.
And from that one clip, she sounded good.
Yeah. Her
from
like,
the image.
Yeah, Jolene's iconic yada yada that was. Yeah, I felt sold on that.
I'm just excited. You know, obviously this being JoJo, aside for the opening, the music.
Oh yeah.
It's just the beautiful animation.
Mm-hmm. So, yeah, can't wait.
Look forward to that.
Yep.
We'll be covering that.
Yes.
For sure, yeah.
For sure, most definitely.
And now we move on to our next. That was pretty much our only anime news. Now we move on to our video game news. No More Heroes 3 had an extended trailer that came from a live stream that aired a few days ago. And this one, I'm really glad that we're actually getting more No More Heroes stuff because even though we've been getting delays and stuff, and we had that extensive trailer from last E3, I think 2019. Like they were just saying, okay, we're gonna get No More Heroes 3. We're gonna get No More Heroes 3. 2020. But so far, I feel like we're sticking with that August release, and along with that, we got even more. Kind of look into who's gonna be in the game because they showed off 2 new characters. I guess new as in like quotes, quote unquote. But it's Shinobu Jacobs and Bad Girl, who were DLC characters for Travis Strikes Again, and were also in No More Heroes 1 and to some extent 2. But yeah, I'm really happy that we're getting more we're getting more details with this game. I'm really excited, and based off and the most noteworthy thing to come from this trailer is of course the fact that they're doing a full-on bundle. For this game, they're doing a special edition which comes with No More Heroes 1 and 2 in one box, No More Heroes 3, and I believe in like an art book and everything. This they didn't have like an English version of this bundle yet. I assume it's probably going to probably come out in the next few days as of the recording here. Yeah. But they had it set for like 9,800 yen, which roughly translates to about like $95 or so. Yeah, about $100 yeah, with tax, all that stuff rounded up. But yeah, like I said, I'm looking forward to it. I just kind of wish August can come more sooner than it is right now. So
yeah, because we're very low on games this year.
I know, yeah. So whatever we can get.
Yeah, I say so. I mean, I have no attachment to the series, but no, obviously seeing from the trailer, it's still book wild.
It's still really wild, especially with that trailer presentation because they had it like set up kind of like a YouTube video, and the details I found is that like when they were switching segments, it kind of looked like a mini Nintendo Direct because they had like the little panel thing, it was like do 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 do, and then they were just like moving in between stuff. So I really liked it. Yeah. I can't wait.
I thought it was cool how they presented it. So yeah, look forward to No More Heroes in August.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully.
No more. Please don't delay it again.
And with that, we move on to next gaming news. Interesting Kickstarter that was released in the week, I think, or some days ago.
Yeah.
Called Untouchable, and very unique. I like to say, the art style development, like. I think you said it best. It looked like Trigger.
Yeah, it honestly, like the style, the animation style and everything, like the movement and everything really reminded me of like Trigger's work and stuff.
Yeah. Like those rhythm games and stuff like that. It looked cool. I mean, obviously they're in Kickstarter, so it's not officially out yet. So if you want to go support them, check out the trailer. If you want to give some little donations, happy to do so. It's a Kickstarter.
It's definitely, I'm actually surprised that Kickstarter's still around, despite like everything, because we haven't really heard that big announcements for it. So this one really surprised me.
Yeah, the game I think is out 2023, so it's gonna be a while.
That's gonna be a while.
I mean, I guess that's to be expected with that kind of art, that kind of pull off, and obviously being a Kickstarter, going from scratch.
Yeah, game developing isn't cheap, so.
So watch the trailer. Look forward to it.
Yeah.
And
next bit of news we're going to be talking about is a VR game titled Runner.
Yes.
Which to me I feel like is a nice cross between like 80s style anime and that one minigame from Final Fantasy VII in the motorcycle, except instead of a sword, you fire guns, and it's a VR game too.
Yeah, it's interesting.
It was inspired from Akira, Ghost in the Shell, and
I think
Loader.
The one little detail I saw was the fact that the bike, when they were showing off the bike in the beginning of the trailer, it had the name Otomo on there, which is a throwback to the author of Akira, whose name is Otomo. Last name I think it's a great nod.
That's cool. I didn't even see that.
Yeah.
So, good on you. Good eye, man.
Yeah.
So the game looks interesting. I like the whole premise of you being in the bike and shooting the robot bicycles and all that stuff.
Caps.
The caps pretty much. So it looks cool for what it is.
It looks action packed for a VR game.
Yeah.
So VR has come a long way ever since its beginning.
Yeah.
We had Half-Life Alyx.
And I will also say that the aesthetic also reminds me a lot like Ghost Runner because of the fact that it's a cyberpunk kind of world, and it is like it does have that kind of like 80s sort of aesthetic to it. Ghost Runner in a sense is kind of similar to that, except this one takes it further beyond with the anime like art and like the VHS filter and stuff. I think is definitely good touches to that.
I just wonder how it's gonna perform in the VR.
Yeah, we'll just have to wait and see.
Of course, it's gonna be for the PS5 and
Oculus?
And PC.
Oculus.
Yeah.
And maybe Laserdisc too. Who knows?
All right. And that's coming out this year.
Oh, no. There's no
date.
No date.
No date? Okay, well, speculation. Maybe this year.
Yeah.
We'll see. We'll see.
With that, we move on to the next gaming news.
Ooh, this one I want to talk about. This one. It's Alex Kidd Miracle World Deluxe episode. My mind's still on anime, man. It's the remake coming out on June 24th.
So who's Alex Kidd?
Okay, so a little bit of background. Y'all know Sega, right?
I do.
Well, guess who's the mascot of Sega?
Of course, Sonic.
Well, Sonic, yeah, but who do you think was the mascot before Sonic in 1991?
Yakuza?
No, silly. It's Alex Kidd.
Ooh.
Well, okay, so Alex Kidd, not a monkey, by the way. He's a human. Is a kid from the planet Junkin. I believe it is. I'll correct it if anything. But anyway, he fights for great fun and adventures, and he also plays rock paper scissors. And one of his hit titles was, of course, Alex Kidd in Miracle World for the Sega Master System. This right here is a remake, a one-for-one remake of that very beloved Sega Master System game. Okay. Not 3D polygons or anything like that. It's just straight up sprite based. So I find that really cool and charming and everything. And it looks like I really like the design. I really like the fact that like they basically gave Alex Kidd like this updated look as to kind of, what he would have looked like if he evolved with the times, kind of like how Pit from Smash Brothers Brawl was. So I like the fact that he now has an updated look to kind of go off of. And this, you could definitely tell that this was mostly like a love letter from fans of this niche now niche series. Just to kind of like give back in a sense. So.
Yeah. It's very interesting to see like the history of this game, which I didn't even know was like the original mascot of Sega.
Yeah,
which is crazy. Like even Sega was like, oh yeah, let's reboot this franchise, see how it goes. And I mean, for me, it's whatever.
That's fair, honestly.
But if you want to give it a try, it's coming out June 24th.
Yep.
2021. And with that, we move on to the next anime. Another remake. Monster World.
Wonder Boy.
Wonder Boy Monster World.
Asha in the Monster World.
Yep.
Yes.
So this game, I know, David, you're looking forward to a lot.
Yeah. Well, I was not I was never into this game in general.
Yeah.
But it pulled me in, so I'm actually looking forward. It's I guess this game was dated 1986.
Yeah, same year as Alex Kidd Miracle World.
Yeah,
Crazy
so
to think about.
Very, very small world.
Yeah,
the gameplay looks interesting. There's actually gonna be voice acting.
Oh, that's true.
And the main girl is also the one that's gonna play what's her name? Aiza, the girl from JoJo Part 6.
Ai Feroz?
Yeah.
Oh shoot.
She's also gonna voice the character.
That's really awesome.
Yeah. It all comes around.
Yeah, honestly, yeah.
The small world we live in.
Yeah.
the game will release like on what, April 22 in Japan.
April 22nd. Yeah.
Yeah. In the West is Q2 2021
Okay, so it's gonna take a little
for
bit.
the PS4, Switch, and PC via Steam.
All right.
So I'm looking forward to this game.
Yeah, it reminded me of Akira as well.
Yeah.
Like it has that same. I feel like the same gameplay, but it's cool to see like old properties, old game properties, come back to light.
Again, you can definitely tell like the people making these have a legitimate love and passion for it. So
yeah, and they want more people to know about it, the popularity of it
Right.
to grow. So that's cool to see. I dig all that. Like,
Yeah.
For me, it's also whatever. But we'll see for everyone else.
Yeah.
And with that, we move on to the next gaming news, which is another old game.
Yeah.
Original.
Yes, this
game.
is a re-release kind of.
Yeah, of Shantae.
Yes, the first.
The
The original Shantae. Now, this one, David, you're the big Shantae fan here.
Yes.
Yeah, it was initially launched in 2002
Yeah, for the Game Boy Color.
for the Game Boy Color. Yes.
And did not have any official re-release whatsoever, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Almost 20 years.
The only way you could even play this is either via the emulator or the original cartridge, which is super duper expensive, or a much more viable way of actually obtaining this game is through a reproduction cartridge.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I managed to get that, but now realizing that the game is actually gonna be out on April 22, I'm like, damn, I gotta get it.
This one's also April 22nd.
Yes.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, it's
For
these games have a similar kind of release.
That's awesome.
Yeah, for the Switch, just the Switch.
Yeah.
Just a Switch, baby.
So I'm glad that the original is actually gonna be re-released. Re-released. So I played
cool.
all the games, so I'm glad that the original's coming back again on the Switch.
Yes, sir.
Hopefully you guys try it out too.
Yeah, I mean, like it's a Game Boy Color game, so honestly, this isn't gonna take much of an effort really to just kind of just play through. If it's on the Switch, it's pretty much reenacting the Game Boy Color feel to it. You can just take it out with you on the go and everything. I mean, honestly, I think I could give it a try.
Yeah, all right.
There's not really much to lose.
Yeah, especially with like this, I feel like game drought we've been having, so it'll be a nice fit into
Yeah,
it.
I know. Tell me about it.
Yeah. So I guess with that wraps up our gaming news, right?
Yeah, it wraps up our
Yes, it
gaming
is.
news and thus also the podcast itself. So,
yes.
like always, be sure to like the video, comment the video, and subscribe if you guys want to see more stuff like this. And also share if you guys think we're super duper cool.
Yes.
And of course, like always, my name is Robbie.
And this is Omar.
And this is David.
And this is Josh.
All right, we'll see you guys next week. Bye-bye.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
All right, bye.